Alright, so hey there and welcome to today's video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing and releasing my updated Lunar Client settings. Now these Lunar Client settings are really good to gain extra FPS and just really help you PvP. So also you might realize that I'm not on Hypixel right now. Basically right now, Hypixel's down, it is getting DDoSed. And I haven't been able to log on for like 3 days, so I'm on Bedwars practice right now. And also, it keeps on crashing this server, so I'm not sure where we're going to end up at the end of this video. But before we get into showcasing these settings, it would be great if you guys could like and subscribe. It's literally one button. All you got to do, if that button is red, all you got to do is click it, and it just really helps me out, and I appreciate all of you. Now, no further ado, before we get kicked from this server, let's just hop straight into the video. Alright guys, so the first thing you want to do is you want to click R Shift. If you don't know this already, when you click R Shift, it brings you up with the Lunar Client settings tab. Now we want to click on the settings here, and then we're going to start off with these settings here. Now for the setting tab, you can just copy these settings here. I'm going to try to put the download link to my profile. Sometimes it doesn't work because my Lunar Client's kind of bugged. But if not, just try and copy what I'm doing. So here is the general tab. I'm just going to scroll down. You can copy these settings. Also, I want to make something clear. I recently learned this, but you see this thing where it says brand in color. Basically, what you can do is you can change like the Lunar Client logo and the Lunar Client text. So let's say if I wanted to change it to like white or something, or like one of these colors. So let's say if I wanted to change it to green, you just click green and it will change like the Lunar Client logo to green. Next, we have the performance tab here. You want to make sure you have Fullbright on, unless you don't want Fullbright. Basically what Fullbright is it makes everything like full lighting, so you don't like can't miss anything. It just looks better in my opinion for like 1.8 PvP, but if you're playing in a survival world, I'd turn this off. And then controls, this is just really your preference. I haven't really gone through any of this, so yeah. And next we have the mods tab. You want to go over to the mods here. Now the first mod we have is replay mod. Now you can click this little settings config here. Basically what replay mod does is it's like a recording thing. So if you go to like exit and you can press start recording. So if I click start recording here, it starts recording, and as you can see in the top left of my screen, has a little recording like GUI. And let's say I just run around, do something. So let's say I'm just running around. All you want to do is then you want to click stop recording. Then you want to disconnect and it says saving replay file. And then you can go down to this little replay viewer down here. And then here are all your recordings. So this is really good if you want to make thumbnails. We want to make some like cinematics. So as you can see here, that's the server we were just on. We just click here. And I should be here somewhere unless it's lagged. Okay. Well, there's me. I don't know what I'm doing in... Okay, so I'd say you just press play and there's a lot of settings and you could just take thumbnails and stuff. So this is just me running around, I guess. So yeah, that's basically what replay mod is. Right, so the next one is 1.7 visuals. Now, 1.7 visuals basically makes it so that all your visuals will be 1.7. So let's say the normal block hitting animation in 1.8 looks a bit weird and it's not really like the proper block hitting. So if you want to ever get like 1.7 block hitting, these have all these things. So these are all 1.7 animations that were changed. A lot of people use these because they're a lot better for PvP. So I would just recommend turning everything on here. Next we have FPS. Now FPS is basically just to show your FPS. So you can copy my settings here if you want to do what I'm doing. And also if you want to alter where your stuff is, you can also just click edit HUD layout here and you can just move stuff around. So you can just drag stuff around. But basically I have mine in the top middle of my screen. I've had this there for a while because I just really think that looks nice. Then we have CPS, which I put below my FPS, a bit smaller. Now you can just copy my settings here. And you can just edit HUD layout and just put it below FPS if you want to have what I'm doing. If not, you can move it around your screen. Then we have toggle sneak dash sprint. Now this is a really good mod for PvP. Basically what this does is when you click one button, it automatically sprints. So if any of you double tap W or hold control, basically what this does is you can just hold W once and instead of walking, it just automatically sprints for you. Without this, it's like impossible to PvP well, unless you're really good with some of those binds, but yeah, just turn this on. Also, make sure to not put toggle sneak on because this is actually bannable in Hypixel. It should automatically turn it off for you, but just in case, just manually turn it off. And then keystrokes. Now, I put keystrokes in the top right of my screen. You can just copy my keystroke settings here if you want them. And I just put mine in the top right. This just basically shows what you're doing. Let's say I press W, it shows WASD, and I have spacebar there. And also, if I click my mouse, it has my clicks. So if I do my right-click mouse, right-click, and then left-click. And yeah, so that's basically it for keystrokes. And then we have zoom. Now, this is like a custom Lunar Client setting. if I turn this off, this is what the normal Optifine zoom is, if you know what Optifine is. So as you can see, it just zooms straight in. So let's say if you want to zoom in on that flower, I just press my zoom button and it just automatically zooms in. The Lunar zoom is a bit different. It makes a bit of an effect. So as you can see here, it like slowly pans in. Personally, I like this better. I just think it looks a lot better than the normal one. But this is just really preference. This isn't anything to do with PvP or FPS. This is just your own preference. We have to scroll down a bit to find Hypixel mods. Now, of course, I'm not on Hypixel right now, but these are basically Hypixel mods that just kind of improve your general well-being on the server. So this is Auto Tip, Anti-GG, if you're toxic, turn that on. We have Level Head, which basically makes it so if you're in Hypixel, it shows their level above the head. Auto Friend makes it so that if someone sends you a friend request, it automatically accepts it. Auto GG means that every time you win a game, it just automatically says GG. Or I think lose a game too. I'm not too sure. Once a game finishes. And then Auto Who is like a ranked Skywars setting. I'm pretty sure. I don't really use this one, but yeah. Next we have Direction HUD. Now you can copy these settings here. I'll show you why I put this on. So I just put mine above my hunger bar here. So basically, if you want to do gold bridging, well, of course, not everyone can gold bridge. But basically, for gold bridging, you need to line up your crosshair. And funnily enough, to line up a crosshair, it is exactly on northwest. So on this side, it's northwest, as you can see on my direction bar. Northwest, and on this side, it is, northeast. So this is good for lining up your crosshair. You don't need to press F3, which is what you normally have to do. So just by clicking this button, it's a lot easier. You can just line up your crosshair and then start doing it. So yeah, this is a really helpful mod if you want to start gold bridging. Next, we have potion effects. Now, this is just, I place this on the side of my screen. This basically just tells you the current potion effects that you have. Of course, I have none on right now, but if you have like speed or something, as you can see here, it will show up here with the time and like the level, I guess. Right, so next we have scoreboard. Now, scoreboard is just this thing on the side. I would always have this on because this actually displays information that is kind of needed. So let's say if you want to know which beds are taken or which beds are not taken, that's what scoreboard is. So I would just leave that on. Next, we have the ping mod. Now, I put my ping mod in the top left corner of my screen. I have ping mod on because I'm a very laggy person. Of course, I live in Australia, so my ping is really, really bad on Hypixel. So I just have it on to make sure it doesn't go above 300. But yeah, I just have ping mod in the top left corner of my screen. It's really up to you. Now, I want to talk about motion blur quickly. You can choose if you want to have motion blur or not. Motion blur makes it so that when you like move around, when you move your cursor, you have like a little bit of a motion blur effect. I don't have motion blur right now. I don't have motion blur on right now. It might look like it because that's just the way my recording is. It's just the way I render my videos, but I don't have it on, but it might look like it. But if you guys want to have something that might look a bit like this. Next, we have chat. Now, I'm actually not exactly sure what this is. I just have it on. Oh yeah, so this makes it so it's like unlimited chat. So you can basically just scroll up until you first join the server. I'm pretty sure that's what it does, but don't quote me on that. Now, scrollable tooltips, I don't really know what this is either. I'm pretty sure this just provides information for you on some items. I'm not exactly sure. So next we have nick hider. Now, this is really helpful on Hypixel or on any server if you want to like hide your nick. So if I nicked right now, it would show up with a completely generated name. Now, a lot of people, if they're recording videos, they don't want to see that. So basically what this does is it makes it so that it shows your actual name, but you're actually nicked. So if I turn this on and I nicked myself as like some random name, it would still say Cynical, but for them, it would be like the nickname. So yeah, this name is really helpful if you are like recording and you have MVP++ or YouTube rank. Next, we have a reach display mod. Now, I just put this below my keystrokes. Now, what reach display is it shows how far you reach. All right, guys, so I'm trying to show you, but this server is just dying. Like, what is going on, bro? Okay, we're in the map. All right, so as you can see below my keystrokes, it shows like how far I'm reaching. Now, the max reach is 3 blocks. So let's see if I'm cheating. I'm not cheating, of course, but you know. So as you can see here, it just shows the reach every time I hit someone. And well, so that's basically reach display mod. It just shows your reach. The next mod we have is time changer. Now, if you click on the settings icon here, you basically change your time to any time you want. So if you want like a nighttime sky, you can just go down here, scroll down to time changer. And you can just turn it to a nighttime sky. So now I have a nighttime sky. And this goes for anything. You can also change it to like a sunset sky. And now it's like a sunset. It's pretty self-explanatory. And it's a pretty nice mod to have. Alright, so item physics is the next mod that I have enabled. Now, item physics basically makes it so that when you drop an item, it has like a realistic action. So I've just hopped on a single player world now. So I'm going to grab some wool and just show you what I mean. So let's say I just quickly drop this piece of wool. As you can see, it will have like an animation compared to the normal Minecraft dropping where of course it just drops on the ground and just hovers there. This is more realistic, I guess, and I really like this mod. So yeah, this is a really nice mod to have on, and it just makes the dropping animation look a lot better. Alright, so now we have shiny pots. Now basically what shiny pots does is when you have a potion in your inventory, it will like shine. It'll basically just outline the pots in your inventory so they're easier to see and just work around. A lot of people use this for pop PvP, but I really like this for Hypixel because it just makes it easier to see your potion. Alright, so next we have block outline. Now you can copy my settings to the block outline here. You can change your color to whatever you want, but I just have it blue because it's kind of like my channel theme. Basically what block outline does is it makes it so it basically just outlines the block. This makes it easier to bridge and also makes it easier to clutch. So if you want to clutch, it's easier to see the block when you're clutching. If you don't have it on, it's really hard. Like if you're saying you want to clutch in here, it's a lot easier to see where you're like actually placing the blocks because you have an outline around it. So this is a really good mod for Bed Wars or whatever, like anything really. Alright, so screenshot uploader is basically just a screenshot like tab. So if you know how to screenshot in Minecraft, just realized I capped my FPS, so my recording might have been a bit laggy there. But anyways, if you ever take a screenshot, you press F2 and it says save screenshot. So this is what the screenshot uploader does. It basically gives you more settings so you can tweet, you can upload it to Imgur, I think. I don't really know what that is. And you can copy this screenshot and you can open this screenshot. So if you want to just open this screenshot in the folder, you can just click open here. It basically just gives you more options for screenshotting. Alright, so Mumblelink here, this mod is used for proximity chat. If you're not worried about doing that, you don't need to have this enabled. And I'm not really going to explain how to do it because it's pretty complicated. But yeah, it's really up to you if you want this enabled or not. Now, Freelook is a mod that I really like. It is my absolute favorite mod. Basically what Freelook does is when you click a certain setting, so I'll just show you my settings here. My Freelook button is caps, so caps lock. And if I click caps lock, if you normally go into F5, when you move your cursor, your head moves with your cursor. But in Freelook, if I click caps, I can move my cursor around without moving my head. Now this mod is really good for PP. So let's say someone is over there and they're trying to fireball you off, or they're trying to hit you off or whatever. Or you just want to see what's going on around you. You can run across the bridge and press Freelook and you can see if they're going to like fireball you off. I use this mod especially for if you want to break the bed. So if you're trying to break the bed, you can look around and see if anyone's coming for you. So yeah, this mod is really helpful and it just is like a really nice mod. So next we have pack display, which I put in the bottom left corner. I use this pack to showcase the current pack that I'm using. I do this because a lot of people are asking me for what pack I'm using, and it just makes it a lot easier because I can just see it in the bottom left. So the pack display mod is pretty simple, but it's a really nice mod for any of you who want it. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap it up for the mod showcase today. I'm going to try and get into a Bed Wars or like any Skywars game or anything like that. I'm not sure which server I'm going to go on, but I'll catch you there if I can actually get into one. Alright, so we're in a game at Bridge Duels now. This is literally the closest thing I could get. What is this person doing? They're just running. I don't understand. Just jump over their head and they're gonna come. Hell no. Do the same thing. We got past them. Did we? Okay, yeah, we scored. I'm just gonna be showcasing like how these actually look while you're like kind of playing bridges. I just hit that person off and we'll just go. I was actually playing Mineman before and I literally got kicked for like, they said like you're clicking too fast. I'm pretty sure it's because you can't like double click on this server. I think you get like warnings and stuff. Alright, so we should be able to get the thing here. What? They can jump in the middle now? Okay, we actually scored. The combos right now. Oh my god, they're gonna drop to the middle. No. Okay, we got them. Okay, we actually won. Alright guys, so that was just like a little showcase of the LunaClient settings and well, I think the server's dead again. Right guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for the video today. Now if this helped you out in any way in finding some good LunaClient settings, please go and like and subscribe, it is greatly appreciated. Now I'm gonna try to put the download link to my profile in the description, and there will be timestamps just to help you out. I'm sorry if this video seemed a bit rushed today. It's because I need to upload and it's really hard to record on any server right now because basically every server is down. Hypixel's down, people go on other servers and those servers are just too big. There's basically just too many people on those servers. The servers aren't really used to that. And they basically just crash. Basically what happened to Bed Wars practice. So yeah guys, that's going to wrap it up and I'll see you next time. Peace.